This video will answer one of the most, probably the most frequently asked question in eFootball. Which formation is the best, especially for beginners? The formation I will be showing in this video is used by many pro players, both on mobile and on consoles, and is one of the most effective ones. Why this is the case, what the formation looks like, and what you need to do to use it effectively, I'll explain you now, so don't skip the video and watch it to the end. I will start to break down every detail of this tactic with the formation itself, of course, which team play style you have to use, and the correct positioning of the players in the game plan. In the next step, I will give you perfect examples on each single position, both boosters and free players. It is also important to pay attention to the required players' playstyles. The most important part comes at the end. How do you use this tactic on the pitch? How do you defend rock solid? How do you attack like a hurricane? To show you this, I'm going into the division where I'm currently in the top 500 worldwide and playing high ranking games with this formation. And now let's dive into the game. The formation is an attacking 4-2-2-2. The four defenders are positioned compactly as three center-backs and a fullback. This ensures that the area in front of our own goal is well protected. It's up to you and the players available to you which side you want to place the fullback on, whether on the left or on the right. In my case, I opt for the right fullback. A defensive midfielder will be positioned in front of the defense to disrupt the opponent's play and gain the ball back for us as early as possible. He will be also very important in the transition game from defense to attack, but more on that in a moment. Now it gets very interesting. We focus on the offensive area in the midfield. Here you can see that three players are positioned at the same height. The player in the middle is a central midfielder positioned far forward. The two players on the right and left are attacking midfielders. At the very front, we play with two center forwards, the two players who will score the most goals for us. This formation is so effective because it creates an extremely good balance between defense and attack. At any point in the game, you have enough players to defend your own goal, but on the other side, you always have enough players to score a goal by yourself. Let's talk about the team play style. The ranking on all platforms in eFootball is dominated by quick counter and long ball counter. Especially if you're a beginner, I strongly advise you not to use playstyles other than the two mentioned. Team playstyles such as possession game require a lot of skill, patience and experience. If you're adept at defending, I recommend using quick counter. The attacks with this strategy are very direct, compact and aggressive. However, the defensive line is very high and poses a great risk for opposing through passes behind your own defense. For this reason, I recommend that beginners in eFootball in particular play with long ball counter. Here you are very protected inside and in front of your own box as the defensive line is far back. In attack, all the players have an enormous offensive drive and keep storming forward when they have possession. That's why I choose long ball counter for this video. The best long ball counter manager currently is the latest released Arsenal pack manager Mikel Arteta, and this will be the one which we will use now. Here you go, confirm. A very crucial point now, the player selection. Which players to choose. Starting with the goalkeeper through to the strikers, I will now show you step by step the players who are best suited for each position in each section. My top 3 goalkeepers are Schmeichel, Cech and Kahn. But also the latest Dida booster card belongs to the elite. The alternatives to them are definitely GP Courtois and Jan Oblak. Two absolute monsters, and the gifted booster David Seaman is also a very good choice. For this video today, I'm going to use Thibaut Courtois. Kindly reminder to like the video and of course to subscribe my channel. You will lift up your own gameplay and I promise you, sooner or later, I will lift you up to the Division 1. Move over to the defense. We need 3 center backs and a right fullback. For the center backs, it's important to choose a careful mix of playstyles. Not too many aggressive, not too many passive playstyles. What I mean with that, I'm showing you now. We are starting with the center back position furthest to the left. Here I recommend a big and fast defender, preferably left-footed. As a playstyle, you can use an extra frontman, a destroyer, a defensive fullback, or even players with an inactive playstyle. Suitable examples here are Big Time or Booster Rijkaard, Guardiol both Big Time and GP highlight cards, Big Time or Booster Maldini, or Cannavaro with his incredible jumping power. Other free alternatives on this position are GP or nominating contract versions of Reinildo or gifted booster Costa Curta. In my sample lineup, I opt for Frank Rijkaard. He is an orchestrator, which means his playstyle will be deactivated or inactive. Let's move on to the center backs in the middle. For these positions, I recommend a mix of destroyer and build-up or defensive fullbacks or inactive playstyles. If possible, make sure you have a left footer on the left side and a right footer on the right side. But this is not mandatory. As a left center back, I recommend you to choose a destroyer. The booster versions of Cannavaro and Nestor are very suitable for this. Big Time Maldini is also an excellent choice. The alternative players here are definitely Antonio Rüdiger, Tony Adams, or even a very underrated player, Kalidou Koulibaly. For this video, Cannavaro comes into the starting 11. So the other center back should be a build-up, defensive fullback, or an inactive playstyle. The best possible build-up players here would be Showtime Van Dijk, Booster Baresi, or Showtime Marquinhos. As non-booster alternatives, I recommend Free Beckenbauer or a Saliba variant such as the highlight version. There is a large selection of defensive fullbacks. Thuram, Araujo, Tomiyasu all belong to the highest level. Alternatives here are Benjamin Pavard or Dan Burn. As an inactive playstyle, Rijkaard is great for the center position too. I can't get around it and opt for the best defender in the game, Araujo. Which defender can best fill the right back position? Here, too. Defensive fullbacks are always a good solution, but all other playstyles work out too, as we will deactivate this one anyway, but more on that later. Thuram and Araujo are again the first choice here, but there are plenty of alternatives. The latest Lee Dixon is an absolute monster. The GP versions of Wan-Bissaka and Di Lorenzo are first class too, but I'm going for someone else, namely Jules Koundé, who was recently given away by Konami. One of the most important sectors in this lineup is the midfield. Which defensive midfielder should you pick? Without a doubt, Vieira is the undisputed number one. He can be found in almost every top-ranked team, which is why he is my first choice. Both Destroyer and Anchorman work very well here, so you can choose the Vieira variant you prefer. For me, it's the current Anchorman Vieira in this lineup. A very good alternative is Booster Anchorman Rijkaard. Don't have any boosters? Don't worry, GP nominating contract versions or Showtime versions of Zakaria, Onana and also Fabinho can be played extremely well here. Another player that should not go unmentioned is the brand new Ballon d'Or player Rodri. Insane stats. Now we come to the engine of the team, the central midfielder. In this formation, the CMF must be offensively oriented but must not be too weak defensively either, as he has to work a lot towards to the back. So my advice to you here is pick an orchestrator. Xabi Alonso, various versions of Pedri and above all Pirlo fit perfectly into the system. The free agent Jorginho is another option, and you can also use Joshua Kimmich. Epic Andrea Pirlo is the player who makes it into the formation for me. Next up, attacking midfielders. We have two of them, but which are the right ones? It's advisable to use creative playmakers here, but you can also go for prolific wingers or whole players. Creative playmakers like to drop to the back, build up play from the back, or get involved in attacks. I recommend a right-footed AMF on the left and a left-footed AMF on the right. This ensures that you can move into the middle from both directions and shoot into the far corner with your strong foot. For the left AMF position, I recommend the double booster Ronaldinho card. If you don't have him, you can switch to Neymarcito. Another guarantee is Ruud Gullit, but you can use this guy anywhere. If you're looking for non-boosters, Nkunku is excellent. The gifted Franck Ribéry is also a good solution. Furthermore, the highlight version of Jamal Musiala, absolutely strong player ID too. You can also go for his GP card. For me, it's double booster R10. Join my team. The same conditions apply to the right AMF position. For me, it will be the 2015 version of Messi. What sets him apart and makes him so special is that he has very high weak foot accuracy and can therefore play just as well with his right foot. You are probably wondering which striker I'm going to choose now. Since I was a forward in real life by myself, this is also my favorite position in game. But who will make it into my selection? Let's find out. The important thing here is to set up very fast players, as you often fall backwards with the creative playmakers and the orchestrators behind you. And the strikers have to run forward again very quickly. Of course, they also have to be very clinical. One striker you will find very often with players with this formation is the new double booster Samuel Eto'o. He is a goal poacher, and it is also the playstyle I recommend for both striker positions. If you don't have him, I recommend Rummenigge or Saviola. Players with inactive playstyles work here too. The crucial thing is that they have pace. Examples: big time Rafael Leao or various versions of Vinicius Jr. When we talk about non-boosters, Kylian Mbappe is the first choice, no matter which version. He is just too strong. Another player is Heung-min Son, preferred especially as a right forward because of his two-footedness. But the two goal poachers who are doing it into my team are first Samuel Eto'o and second Michael Owen. A well-designed bench is incredibly important because it can decide whether or not you win the game, especially at the end of the match. That's why I'll briefly show you what the bench should ideally look like. It's best to take 7 offensive players with you who can preferably act as both AMFs and CFs. They should be versatile, otherwise choose players that you can replace 1-2-1. For me, it's Cristiano Ronaldo, Heung-min Son, Mbappe, Rummenigge, Cruyff, Neymar and Ruud Gullit. For your midfield, select 2 CMF players and 1 DMF player. Fill the last 2 slots with 2 defenders who can ideally play in both defensive positions, center back and fullback. If you don't have a booster or other permanent B-form goalkeeper, replace a CMF with a goalkeeper. And this is what your bench should look like. Individual instructions, I'll make the section short and sweet. For the attack 1 and attack 2 instructions, you use defense on your right fullback. In my case, it is Jules Koundé. And on attack 2, you use defensive on your DMF. In my case, it's Patrick Vieira. For the 2 defensive instructions, you use counter target on your right AMF. In my case, it is Lionel Messi. And counter target on your left center forward, in my formation, Samuel Eto'o. This ensures that we have attacking players on both sides of the pitch and can therefore shift the game into our own possession at any time. This in turn ensures that the opponent has problems defending, which is of course our goal. The theory is complete and in the most detailed way possible. But how can this team play with this tactic on the pitch? My current rank is 458, which means that I'm playing for the top places, so there couldn't be better conditions for this test. I'm extremely excited. We are going into the matchmaking. Let's go! Bismillah. Find an opponent. Let's see, 5 bars. Division 2. Alright, let's see. We are focused. We are ready. Let's go. Let's take the new Barcelona kits. How is the form? Oh, seems good. Especially Pirlo and Eto'o are on fire. How is the opponent playing? 4-4-2. Oh, diamond system. We will see. Team is set up. Everything is ready, guys. Let's hop into the game. Let's go. Bismillah. Opponent is playing not so slow. I like that. Opponent is patient. Especially with long ball counter, we are making not so much pressure on the opponent. And he will have spaces, he will have time. Because our defense is always running back and not putting pressure on the opponent after losing the possession. Pirlo, our engine of the team, is initiating the attack. Ronaldinho on the left. Let's go for Ronaldinho Gaucho. Momentum dribbling. Oh, that was nice. To Messi. Was not bad. The dribbling was good. Yeah, opponent is patient and you can see our team is not attacking. Okay? Because of long ball counter. But you can also see how compact our defense is in front of the goal. Look at this. Andrea Pirlo. Nice. Gain back the possession. That was not good from me, but good from the opponent. He anticipated that. Pirlo very active, guys. Now Eto'o into the short corner and probably a goal. Yes. It's a goal. But yeah, Pirlo gaining back the possession very often, because here you can also see his defense is not bad. He's good in defense. His passings. Pirlo is a key role here in this formation. I'm telling you, yeah, he's gaining back the possession again. Yeah, not easy for the opponent to attack here. He has time and space in front of my goal, but of course it's hard for him to go into my box like I can do it here. Araujo here with great positioning. Yeah, he's got time and space, but when he's trying to dash into my box, it's not possible for him. Very hard. And again, Pirlo. Yeah. Rock solid in the defense, and when we attack, you can see Hurricane. Building triangles and being able to attack. And yeah, it's super important. Well, that was good manual goalkeeping from him, but I've seen it super cancelled and shot to the other corner. What I was trying to say is, it's important that your forwards are very fast. You can see the distances. They have to run long distances, and they have to dash, of course. So Samuel Eto'o, Michael Owen are good choices here. But this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Rock solid in the defense and attacking like a hurricane. But Pirlo is a real game changer. Boom!
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious
yeah. Opponent can't join my box, can't go into my box, so he's trying it now from the distance. Oh, I was answering some YouTube comments and noticed now that my opponent rage quit. But yeah, it was a good first test, but we will go, of course, for another game now. We get that. Let's go. While talking about YouTube comments, guys, hit me up with some questions and I'm going to reply to them under the video. Doesn't have to be related to this topic. Let's go. Next opponent. Proceed. Division 1, top 1600. He was top 400 rated. Couldn't be better, guys. Couldn't get better. Here we go. How's the form? Looks okay. How's the bench? Mbappe is in good form. Xabi Alonso. Ooh, that could be interesting. How's the opponent playing? 4-4-2 again, diamond system, but this is relatively defensive oriented with Gullit, Vieira, Gerrard. This is a big test, guys. This is a huge test. Let's take this Mbappe, give him individual instruction, counter target, and we are ready to go. Referee, let's go.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
Pirlo again.
Mbappe, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. So what can they make of this? And it's Gullit.
We smelled that.
That was not it.
To the goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him.
Oh, dangerous free kick position for our opponent. Oh yeah, this is very dangerous.
Shaping up to have a crack from here.
That was smart from us to position ourselves behind the defense. Ooh.
It's down the right. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Oh, great attack, great goal from the opponent.
Good finish. The odds were against him. Owen.
Great dribbling from Michael Owen.
Well, now it's a race
Close.
for the ball.
We are coming close, I guess. It's okay.
Nice and neat. Cleared away. Looking tidy in possession here. Brilliantly cut out.
We are doing good, guys. We are coming into the game.
Long ball looking to counter. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Owen.
Owen with the chance. Oh, the next good chance.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation.
Yeah, this opponent also struggles to come into the box. He's also trying it from the distance. Second half, guys, we have enough time. And we had our chances. Maybe we can change a little bit. What to do if this formation is not working against the opponent, or if you want to put on more pressure. What we could do is making this guy as a second striker and him too. So we are transforming the both AMFs into 2 second strikers. Let's see.
So off we go once more. Sense. And that interception was most necessary. Owen, looking for options for movement. He is through here.
Wow, beautiful dribbling. Beautiful dribbling from Kylian Mbappe. And that was the 4-4, guys.
When he should have been boxed in.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got 2 strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down.
Mbappe!
Why not?
And it's Hullet. Messi. That's been intercepted. Owen. Mbappe. And the ball's a good one here. Oh, shooting!
Oh, Kylian Mbappe, bro! These 2 goal poachers at the front are so important, guys. Wow! Now that we're leading, we can pull them back again. But, yeah, it worked fine, guys. It worked very fine. Time to sub. The CMF goes out. We will bring in Xabi Alonso, the next orchestrator. And for the front, let's bring in Samuel Eto'o. Yep. And as an AMF, we can bring Rudi Hullet. And let's bring in Nesta for the DMF, for the center back position. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 substitution left. We will keep that for later. Opponent is very good, guys. We need to focus and we need high concentration not to concede any goal. All right, focus.
Facing their next change here. They've got to be quick to recover this. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid.
Kylian.
Both, actually.
Kylian! Xabi Alonso, our orchestrator! Here you go! Boom, Junge!
He had to have his say. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well
It's
done
not over, guys.
but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Thibaut Courtois, GP.
Impact sub.
Well, that has changed the dynamics.
Jules Koundé also very nice addition to the team.
Gone and stepped it up, something
Especially as a free player.
and will continue
Amazing.
to do by the looks of it.
For the opponent, it's really hard to find a way. Find a goal chance. A clear goal chance in the box.
Griezmann. And here's Neymar.
Let's see. Neymar. But not with Rudi, huh?
Will not want
Not
to
with
lose
Rudi.
out here, not
Let's
against
push
this
out the
opponent.
defense. Oh yeah, it helped. Okay, clear the ball.
That's headed upfield.
Crosses over crosses, guys. Crosses over crosses, but our defense is, as I mentioned in the beginning, rock solid.
Xabi Alonso. And it's Eto'o. Interesting ball.
Super cancel worked out here.
And they've got it back as soon as
Lionel
they get
Messi,
it away.
we didn't see you in the game.
Real chance here.
Ooh.
Loose ball now and the
Rudi, hold it. Boom, Junge. Amazing.
And they are pretty clear here.
Look, they just
Messi took it personal, man. Opponent is top 400, guys.
I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Previous top 400. Good opponent.
Now it's Eto'o.
Oh, that is fun, guys. Here, Messi with the stunning shot.
Loose
Pooh.
now and they want to get it back.
I'm telling you, Mbappe, man of the man.
Played towards the
A
front
man of the
line.
game.
And he's a
Man of the
clean
man.
ball
Yeah,
there.
king of the kings, huh?
Well seen. Saw that coming.
GG. That was a fantastic test, guys. Bellissimo. Because we also needed to make some adjustment and it worked out, guys. First off was 4-2-2-2. Second half, the beginning, I switched to 4-2-4, where I pushed the AMFs onto the second striker position, scored 2 instant goals, switched back, and then we scored 2 another goals. Bro, fantastic. Fantastic. Even against this kind of opponent, we were able to compete and to smash at the end. We take that. Next 4 points. Let's update the ranking. 410. So we climbed 48 places with 2 matches in this formation. I love it. What do I think about this formation? Guys, I played 2 games. I dominated both of them. Just the second, not in the first half. I needed to get adapt to the opponent, but then we did it, especially after the changes. Rock solid defense, attacking like a hurricane. But it is very important to pick and select the right players with the right player styles. Otherwise, this formation won't work out for you. So stick to the player recommendations and player playstyles which I gave you before the in-game test, and you will be good. And the more familiar you get with the defense, the more you should consider to switch to quick counter and to give it a try at least. This formation is top. Best players in this planet are using it, so you as a beginner can use it too. Also, if you are a very good player, give it a try. You won't regret it. I would now give you the advice, give you the recommendation to check out this video, guys. It's one of my best. How positionings in the game plan are reflected on the pitch. Very helpful, very useful. I am going to leave you now with a nice and smooth. Bam! You